Italian brainrot animals have come to our village and are stealing villagers in order to take them to a squid game. Mikey, just look at this.
Now everyone who lives in this village will participate in the game. We need to run away fast. In no case should we allow anyone to notice us.
Huh? I can't believe this is really happening in our village! Because Tung Tung Sahur, Patapim, and the main character in the Squid Game really took a villager with them and ran away to an unknown destination. We must definitely pursue them.
Mikey, we can't let the villagers get stolen. Therefore, we will now follow up and understand what kind of games are really being held there. I want to stop all this and hope that we will be able to do it. You just need to act very carefully and stealthily. If they find out, there will be very serious problems. They went somewhere towards the forest. I have a bad feeling about this.
We came to the Squid Game, and now we have Tung Tung Sahur in front of us. He's leading a villager right down the hallway. It seems that I have a hunch, because this game is not quite ordinary. She's deadly. We need to do something urgently.
Uh-oh. Tung Tung Sahur saw us at the game. Stop it. We now know that you are doing all this illegally. If necessary, we will also become players and complete all the games. We need to prove to everyone that we will definitely not give up and will be able to reach the very end. Oops.
The first game is being announced now, and everyone will have to fulfill certain conditions. There are 3 large columns that are made of different shapes: a square, a triangle, and a circle. The rules are very simple. As soon as you click on the button, you need to drop at least 1 player and then you can go further. But don't forget that you can eliminate your rivals.
Oh, this is a very violent game, and the villagers will definitely do everything to win. This should never be allowed. You can see how aggressive they are and throw each other down. It seems to me that they forgot to press the button, so now the bridge between the columns has not appeared. We need to work together to get through.
Ugh! All right, Mikey, that was way too close. We barely managed to jump onto the triangle pillar in time. I seriously thought the ground was gonna collapse under us, but somehow we made it. Wait a second, did you see that behind us? One of the villagers slipped right off the edge trying to follow us. That was intense. This game's not joking around.
Ouch! That was crazy. Okay, no time to celebrate. We need to seriously focus now, JJ. This whole game is about timing and strategy.
Uh-oh! Heads up, Mikey. The next round's starting already, and whoa, look at that! Another villager tried to make the jump, but slipped midair and just completely fell into the void. That's the second one gone in under a minute. Wait, look. A new bridge just appeared, connecting us to the circle pillar. That's our next move.
Oh, let's go, quick! We don't know how long that bridge is gonna stay up. If we can get to the circle pillar before anyone else, we'll have the high ground. This is it, JJ. Just like we said, there can only be one winning team at the end of this thing.
Huh? Brace yourself. They're coming in fast, Mikey. This is it. Final showdown time. No more hiding or waiting. We fight now. That one's charging straight at you from the left. We need to give it everything we've got if we want to survive this.
Ugh. I can't believe how far we've come. Look around, JJ. There's just 3 of us left now. You, me, and that one last villager still hanging on. The others are all gone.
All right. You 2 win, okay? I'm not even gonna try to fight anymore.
Everything we've done, all the jumps, the battles, the traps, we're right at the edge of victory. But only 2 can move forward, and time's running out.
The first game is over and we're moving on. Everything will be much more complicated and interesting. It was hard. Huh? Okay, Mikey, I think I get the rules. When that weird thing, Tung Tung Sahur, is facing away, we can move. But the second he turns around, we freeze or we're done for. All right, he's looking away. Go, go, go! Move fast, but stay low. We've got a long way to run.
Yes, it's working. We're actually making progress across the field. Wait, what's happening? Out of nowhere, a bunch of giant trees just shot up from the ground. That creepy Tung Tung Sahur must have done this to block us. Now it's gonna be way harder to see where he's looking from.
Okay, change of plan. Stay close to the trees and don't step on any branches. If he can't see us clearly, maybe we've got a shot. Keep moving along the edge and only take steps when he turns. Eyes open, Mikey. One wrong move and it's game over.
I see him, or at least I think I do. Those have to be his feet poking out between the trees. We're getting closer, JJ. Just stay calm, watch his movements, and don't make a sound. We'll sneak right past this oversized scarecrow.
Oh, almost there. We just need to push through a little more. Don't get distracted, Mikey. Even though we're super close to the finish line, we can't let our guard down. Not even for a second. Keep moving slow and steady. We've come too far to mess it up now.
Huh? All right, this is it. He's not looking. Get behind that tree. Okay, now let's go full speed, JJ. Run like crazy. Jump, roll, now.
Oh, Mikey, you just need to act very carefully and unnoticeably. You must never be suspected of anything. Use the sword you had. There's only one punch left.
Take the shot. Boom! Yes, we did it. Tung Tung Sahur is down. That's how we finish a game.
And now it's time for Mikey to be happy, but not for long because we need to move on. We are very lucky that we were able to survive after all, but this is just the beginning because there will be a lot of dangers ahead of us. We will act together and enter this door. The next challenge begins.
Oh! We actually made it, JJ. That was insane. I thought for sure Tung Tung Sahur was gonna catch us, but we totally crushed it. This place is huge. Look at all the lights and doors, and wait, is that a guard? He's sprinting into the bathroom like he's gonna explode. Oh!
This might be our shot, Mikey. If I can get my hands on his uniform, we could sneak around like we're part of the staff. Nobody would suspect a thing. All right, I'm taking your sword, heading into one of the stalls, and waiting until he's close enough. I've got a plan. Now, gotcha! One perfect strike and he's down. Didn't even see it coming. I'll drag him into the corner here and yep, this uniform is a perfect fit. Even the mask fits snug. This might actually work better than I thought.
Yep.
All right, how do I look? Think anyone will notice the difference? Man, I can't believe how easy that was. This disguise could totally get us past the next few games if we're careful. No alarms, no backup, just one unlucky guard and two brilliant survivors.
I am very glad that everything worked out for you. JJ, look where we are now. It's that crazy glass bridge game. There's gotta be like 20 panels ahead of us, and only some of them won't break. What do? We can't just guess our way through.
Hold on, there's a narrow beam running along the edge of the bridge. It's not meant for walking, but it's solid steel. If we move slowly... We need to get upstairs soon. Huh? So far, I see that you're right here. There's no ladder that I can climb up, but there's a little catch that it's missing. Well, I saw there were more ladders on the other side. That's where I'm gonna try to pick them up in order to use them to climb to the very top and see what's behind the door. Ho-ho! You have to be pretty careful here because there's a lot of risk buying these things here. So I try to do everything as carefully as possible so that everything works out for me. So I kind of took it upon myself to put them in order to go up. Huh? So far, I'm kind of doing it. And in principle, it's very good that just at the moment I'm in a guard costume, so they won't notice me in any way, and I don't stand out very much. So now I'll calmly look at what's there. There are quite a few doors that are locked with locks that I can't get through, but there is one door, and I can't get through further down the corridor either, because there are guards there, and they will have a lot of questions for me. Oh, wow, and I got into some kind of storeroom. In fact, there are quite a lot of chests in which there are quite a lot of interesting things. That's what I'm really going to need in the future, especially the potion and the cameras that I'm going to install right now. So it's like I took all the most valuable things that were here, and I think I need to get back as soon as possible. Hurry up and run back. Huh? Because we need to do this as soon as possible, I think that in no case should we be late. The sooner we do this, the sooner it will all work out and we will be able to win here. That's why I hope everything will work out. And now I'm going to tell Mikey everything. I think he'll be happy with this information too. Ho-ho! So for now, I'm running to him. At the same time, I'm installing cameras that I took there. I need them in order to find out where they will be in the future in order to come for them. That's why I hope that everything will work out for me, and so far, I'm doing everything right. Ho-ho! I have some very good news for you. I've found cameras and a lot of other interesting things that will help us, so I think you'd better expect me at the next cookie challenge. I'll come to you there a little later.
Woohoo! Okay, I'll be waiting for you there.
Ho-ho! Then let's run to do it as soon as possible, and I'll briefly tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to set up cameras in all the tests that will be there in order to track them later. And just as I'm doing everything, I'll come back to you for that cookie challenge. I also didn't put cameras in the waiting room either, and I thought that in any case they would be useful, and in principle I would need to go through all the tests and set up cameras there, because I would have the main control unit through it, and I would be able to watch everything the trials of who is where. And now I have already come to the next test. Just with the doll, it will also be necessary to install a camera here, because they can be anywhere, and in order to find out their location, I will be able to calmly look into the camera and find out everything. Uh-oh.
God, what are you doing here? It's like you had another assignment, and you shouldn't be here.
I came to check these taps.
Well, go check it out.
Woohoo! I did a great job tricking him, and he really believed that I went to check the faucet, but in fact, I went upstairs to look at the camera in order for me to be able to observe who is where during this test. Wow, I found coffee here. I can mix some bad potion into it so that it has a very bad effect on him. So actually, I'm pretty lucky that I was able to find it. Now I'm going to set up a camera and try to catch up with him in order to give him this coffee. I think this is a very wonderful plan that should work anyway. Ho-ho! Wait, stop, I have coffee for you.
That you brought me coffee. Thank you so much. I didn't expect this from you. I will definitely drink it.
Ho-ho! Well, that's great. He was really happy that I gave him this coffee, but I think only later will he understand why I gave him that coffee anyway. We need to set up cameras. After all, I was just distracted just for this coffee and was distracted by the fact that I was taking it later. That's why right now I'm putting everything in order and calmly going to Mikey, because he's probably already waiting for me there, and Tralalero Tralala will most likely be there, which is exactly what this cookie test is about. That's why I need to make it as soon as possible so that he doesn't start without me, because in fact, we have to try to defeat him somehow. Ho-ho! Well, you can start cutting it out!
Oh no, it can't be. I couldn't cut it out because my cookie was broken. Just please don't touch me. Give me one more try.
Uh-oh. Oh no, he still took him out of this game, but I've just come up with a plan that we can make in order to get rid of him. You and I need to dig a big hole right in the place where the villager was before, about how I'm going to put fake blocks on top of it, which he's going to step on and fall down. Only then will we need to put up a lot of blocks so that he won't be able to get back out.
Woohoo! Then I'll break the cookie on purpose.
Yes, in principle, to be honest, it doesn't matter. Even the two of us can break the most important thing for him for mine, so that he will definitely run after us. And then, in the end, you just fell into this hole that you and I are doing now. And after that, I think that everything should work out for us in principle. Because we won't have any other option, of course. If he jumps over or notices it anyway, then I think it will be very bad. Ho-ho! That's great, you and I finally managed to get to the bottom of it. Right now, I'm gonna set up fake blocks, and after that, I think we can safely go and break cookies so that he runs after us.
Woohoo!
Hurry up and run away from him so he doesn't catch you! Woohoo! We managed to catch him after all. Therefore, let's quickly close him completely with blocks so that he cannot escape from here. And after that, we'll move on. Just put a lot more blocks so that he really can't get out of here. And I think it's going to be very hard for him.
Woohoo! He definitely won't be able to get out of here.
Ho-ho! Yes, you and I did it. And I can even say that it turned out pretty cool. I think he didn't even expect it. But now, I still suggest that we go look for them. And thanks to the fact that I have set up the camera, I can now very easily find out where they are. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. So now I'm opening the control unit and looking through it to see where they are at the moment. But great, they were just noticed on the test with the plates. That's why I think we urgently need to go there in order to finish it all. Therefore, let's not delay and go there as soon as possible. We need to warn Mikey as soon as possible and run here already. Ho-ho! They are on trial with the plates. I think we need to go there as soon as possible in order to finish it all. So let's do it soon.
Woohoo! Anyway, if they really are there, then first we go in and pretend to be ordinary players, and then we'll see how it goes. Yep.
I hope it's all over now.
Well, I welcome you to this test. You can safely start going through these plates. And I'm just gonna drink coffee while you pass.
Oh, I poisoned his coffee.
Oh no, for some reason it's getting dark in my eyes and I'm starting to fall.
Woohoo!
Well, now I'm rather going to defeat this guard so that he doesn't bother me. Ho-ho! Well, here come your last seconds. Well, we can say that we have already completed part of the mission and everything is going pretty well for us.
Actually, it's pretty cool. I think it needs to be finished off. And just his clothes, I'll take myself and I'll just walk in them so that I'll be very cool.
I think Brr Brr Patapim. He came here for us, so we need to get out of here as soon as possible. In fact, I can't even imagine how we can defeat him. Uh-oh. Most likely, I know something that can save us. He had a very large rocket launcher in his suit with which you can defeat Brr Brr Patapim. Of course, the most important thing is if you hit it again, so please don't miss.
Yes, then there will definitely be nothing left of him now. So get ready now, you will be fired by a very cool rocket. Woohoo!
In fact, it was pretty epic, and I think he didn't expect it either. And we can say that from that moment on, we definitely beat everyone and became the coolest. Ho-ho! I'm JJ and Mikey, and today we were at the Squid Games. It was very epic and cool. That's how our wonderful adventure ended.